Let's talk about you. Your father was a prominent politician. Is it possible one day you told a part of your father maybe you're going to politics?
I've been very, I've been I've been pivoting left to right. I never really wanted to get into politics. Not necessarily that I didn't want to get into politics, but I didn't like the way politics was being played in Nigeria. Like we just, it's become. It's not like it's not a battle of ideas. It's more of just a battle for battle's sake. I don't believe in just fighting for fighting. I like to fight for something. Like I'm fighting for the people's emancipation. I'm fighting for reparations. Okay, we're fighting. There's a cause. I'm ready to engage in that. What I've been able to say is that I've been able to find some semblance of the ideal democracy in the Progressive Party. So I've always been working in the background with the progressives. My uncle, the Jagaban of the whole of Africa and soon worldwide. I've been trying to participate, especially during election time. So I try to bring some ideas of how we can, reach out to some of the voting public. And then obviously with Ogbeni Ralph Aregbesola, which is actually my leader. I can put that one because actually, like I said, when I heard about the Okwanimo, the OES, they were showing certain policies that he brought up in Osun State that I was very, I liked, like the old meal program, feeding students in schools. That was the way it started before the nation now took it up. But these were some of the ideas that I thought was laudable. So once I started to see these signs, I left Lagos and I went straight to Osogbo. And Osogbo is like 5 hours away. But I really loved Osogbo, the food, the culture, the people. So I worked strongly with Ogbeni, in any way I could. So it wasn't like I had a position or a role, which I really liked because it gave me a way to not just limit myself to just one aspect of governance. I was able to see like basically everything, what it entailed, how even politics was. Because in the beginning, I was upset about politics, how it was played, but then I didn't really know. I needed to go in and realize and just see what is going on. So I did under Osun State under His Excellency Ralph Aregbesola, and he was very encouraging. I'm not going into politics for the same reasons. Like I'm going into politics for one, to retain so we can keep on this democracy, on this road of democracy we're on. I know it's not basically what we all wanted in a democracy, but then I have reasons for why we're not even in the democracy we should want. But if this is the democracy vehicle that we're in, I would try my best to keep it intact because democracy is the way for a country like Nigeria.
Can you talk about your wish as regards your father's family house and maybe some of the properties he left behind?
Okay, well, in regards to the family houses, like you can see now this is the Keja house, the one my father built when he was running, before he even ran for office, we lived here. It's basically empty. I'm sure you guys are aware of the robbery that happened a couple months ago. And so based on that, the house has been empty. I came back from Ghana 2 days ago, and what I met, if you had been here 2 days ago, it might not be as conducive as it is now. So I had to do some things. But what I was suggesting was, this house, it's more of as an icon of democracy. This was the house that, this is the house it's buried in. So I was proposing to the Lagos State government to take it up. To take up the management of the house. I'm talking about rehabilitation. The house is actually it's actually huge. It has a soccer field, 2 tennis courts, it's a swimming pool. But not necessarily. I don't want you to fix the swimming pool. All I just wanted to say is that if I'm the only one in the house, it's going to deteriorate quickly. And the idea for the house is that it stays relevant for years to come. So let's say 20 years down the line, people are coming to Nigeria, maybe to Lagos State on an excursion, and they want to know about the city. Then this could be one of the stops that you could bring them to and say, oh, this is where the late Chief MKO Abiola lived. This is where he wrote his checks. This is where he saw delegates, and like I said, that is just an idea. Between me and the family, we've already started renovating certain parts of the house, like the mosque, my father's mosque. We'll be building it, so we're going to do it stage by stage, because like with everything, you can't do everything at once. You take it step by step. So we're trying to do as we go along. But the idea for me would be the house. It's basically a national treasure. It should be taken up by the government. That's what I would have assumed. Even there's another proposal has gone to the Ogun State government as well, because my father has a house in Ogun State as well that he was building, but he never finished building. And I'm proposing to the government to help us complete the building, and then we can turn that into another youth center for the kids in Ogun State to, just to talk about their issues and have somebody who's a registered counselor, somebody who's aware of the issue and who's able to help them, coach them through whatever issues they're going through, and if it's even about job creation and stuff like that. So these are the kind of things that I've been very passionate about.
What's your message to Nigerians as they celebrate June 12 as the National Democracy Day?
Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters, the ones that are Muslim, and those that are not, so I greet you as well, because we are a secular country, as we all know. My message to you all today is the same message my father had in 1993. And it would never change, because I will always be hopeful about our future. If not for me, but for my kid, Omar, and my daughter, Jaza. We have to give them something. We have to pass something on. Something was given to us. Might have not been perfect, but our duty is to mend what we can mend and hand over to the next generation. So I would encourage you all. You have been so resilient so far. It won't be asking much more of you to be just a little bit more resilient. Understand that together we will reach that promised destiny. We can only do it if we are all included. So I will encourage our leadership to take a look at the Constitution that we're amending at the moment, and to see if the amendments will be worth the trouble, or would you rather a people's constitution? I believe that might be a way where everybody's agitations can be put on board and the nation itself can be moved forward. So thank you all for what you have done so far, because Nigeria is only Nigeria, not because of our leaders, but the people that make it Nigeria. So please, I beg of you, I know the times are hard now. I plead with you to look not for our future, but the future of the next generation. We can't afford to have a nation that is divided with itself. In a situation where we're talking of the Oduduwa Republic, I know some of my brothers who married people from the Biafra Republic. What will happen to their families? Or some of my people who are married into the northern part of the nation, what will happen to their families? So I beseech you all that we look beyond the things that you think divide us and look for the words that unite us. And one thing that I know unites us is the joy of being Nigerian. Even without anybody telling you, when you wake up in the morning and say, Nigeria, oh Allah, we're gonna get there, but we need to participate in it. We all need to participate.